So I hear all the time people are complaining at the time of a claim or the time of a loss, whether it be a personal lines policy like a home insurance or an auto insurance, or whether it be a business policy. And that could be a very elaborate commercial package type policy, workers' comp, professional liability, BOP, business owner policy. Um, any and all of those things I hear all the time when it comes time for a claim of people are not happy or something's not happening that they expected to happen. And that really boils down to this. This is 176 pages of a business owner's policy that we just wrote. It is for a very simple business. It's only a general liability policy. There's no professional liability here. There's no work comp here. There's no umbrella here. There's no anything. It's just a simple general liability policy for an office that nobody comes to except for the owner. But he is very adamant on making sure anything and everything is covered. So this policy has almost no risk. And we've got 176 pages of stuff in there. Do you think that's for the insured's benefit or the owner's benefit or the insurance company's benefit? We know which one that is. So this is a contract. It's a binding contract. That means you need to read it. Now, obviously, you don't get all of this up front. You get this after you've actually accepted the policy and you go through it. And if there's something in there you don't like, you cancel the policy and go on about your way. That's why you have a free look period there. But you're supposed to, in here, it tells you that you are obligated to read this. Nobody is going to read that. Now, it's a whole lot easier nowadays with ChatGPT or Gemini or any of these others, because you could upload this into it and ask all sorts of questions and get all sorts of answers to it. And I would highly recommend that you do that because it helps to make it into plain English and it can answer some of your specific questions. But you do actually need to go through this and be familiar with it because there are a lot of things in there that are not covered or not plainly covered. Just because you have an insurance policy doesn't mean that everything is covered. I have to tell that to people all the time. Just because you have a policy doesn't mean everything is covered. You need to actually know what's in your policy. You need to go through it. And if you see a glaring hole for something that you're concerned about, it probably can be covered. It just has to be endorsed onto the policy. So I highly recommend that. That's something you should do. Anytime you have a document this big that's a contract, you need to know what's inside of it. Or else you're going to end up like a lot of people are, where they just assume because they have that 176 pages that anything and everything is covered and they're good to go. And then something happens only for them to find out that they're not covered and they're left footing the bill for something that very well may have been easily avoidable if they'd actually known what was in their policy.